WOWT6. This is Heartland Focus.
Hey, good morning, and welcome to Heartland Focus. I'm your host, Tim Clark. Hey, everybody's chasing the weekend. It's Saturday, and so there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in this city. It really seems like people are trying to move back to this thing called normal. I don't think we can ever get back normal, but I think we can trying to get to what I call the new normal, as it relates to all the things that's been happening around COVID-19. It is very difficult. It's very difficult because people are just exhausted with doing the kind of things, wearing your mask, and this ongoing what's in front of us of the threat of COVID-19. Vaccination, one of the things that you see this continuation of really trying to reach herd immunity to a point where it will help give us protection across the board when it comes to the vaccination and the virus. And so you can't really, that's a choice. People, they have a choice in terms of just if they take the vaccination or not. I chose to take it. My family have chosen to take it. But what I ask that you do is at least educate yourself and find what I call dependable facts. Dependable facts. And get as close to that as possible as you seek to make a decision if you should do it or not. There's so many things going on social media. I tell you, me personally, I look at the CDC and I talk to my doctor. And so I think, when you think about it, especially if you have a primary care doctor, a medical home, really have that conversation with your doctor about your feelings and what you're thinking and if this is something you should do or not. This is, that's trust for me, is trusted advice. This is, a doctor that you've been rocking with pretty much all your life, or at least the majority of your life. I would hope before you make a decision that you would at least give them an opportunity to counsel you and talk you through that, because it's to some degree, choosing not to or choosing to, it really is a matter of life or death in so many cases. We have over 600 people that have died due to COVID-19, and that is fact. And so I think we got to look at, really weighing our risks in terms of this risk. Do you want to take that risk of possibly dying from the effects of COVID-19? Is a risk. You may not. It may not take you to that final, but it may take you there. Or it may take you to a point of having great difficulties in terms of just from the effects of COVID-19. So it's all risk. Life is a risk. We can walk out the door and be struck by lightning or hit by a car. That's chance that we take. But the good math game is really creating chances that's in your favor. So, and that's really why I took it, because of my comorbidities, pre-medical conditions. It was easy for me to weigh and put, hey, here's my risks. Here's the factors in terms of just I must consider as I weigh if I should take that shot or not. The risk was too high for me not to take the shot. The risks were just way too high of the effects if it goes south. So I think, and everybody has a tolerance and a different level for risk. I understand that. And some people are like, hey, you know what? If it's my time, it's my time. But I think that's a choice. But I think you're looking inward. I think we got to look more outward in terms of just how it will affect people around us, in front of us, our loved ones, our family, for the decisions that we make. We have to move to a position of what's best for the common good of humanity, common purpose. And our resolve has to be that it has to be bigger than self. That it calls us to do things to protect our loved ones and people around us. That's common good. That's common good for me. And I think we need to move, and it's not about Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever your party affiliation. It's about what we must do to protect this United States, this union, and to protect our democracies, our freedoms and liberties that we so embrace and wake up every day to enjoy. How do we protect that? And how do we do that in a fair and equitable way that will calls for all citizens and people to be treated fairly. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to bring on my guest, my man, Raheem Sanders. And Raheem, welcome to Heartland Focus, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes. Well, I tell you, one, I enjoy our work and partnership with MP to Action, moving people to action.
Indeed.
And I feel that we're at a point now when we're, last year on the front end of the pandemic, we provided a vehicle for people to learn. We increased awareness, and so really you're here today because of really one of your passions. And we got about 2 minutes to do a quick introduction. So let's do a quick introduction in terms of Raheem Sanders. Tell me a little bit about PPRP Innovations and what you got going on. Then we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to get into some meat and potatoes of why we need those fruits and vegetables, baby.
All right.
Let's do it.
Just like you mentioned, I'm Raheem, founder of PPRP Innovations. And at PPRP Innovations, we really focus on providing our customers with focus through logistics. So as they're trying to, innovate, trying to create something new, trying to enhance something existing, a lot of times they don't have that focus to develop that foundation that they need to really, grow their entities. So we spend a lot of time working with a lot of organizations, from startups all the way down to corporate entities, on how to harness that innovation, understand exactly what it is they're trying to achieve, and what logistics are needed to really get it executed, so that as they move down the line, the whole outcome is to be successful, and being successful requires data-driven decision-making. So a lot of the things that we provide at PPRP Innovations has an emphasis on that, providing that focus through logistics for innovation.
Nice. Well said. But one of the reasons that I wanted you to come on is really, give some tips. Think about, we're going to take a break, and I want you to come back and talk about really part of your innovation portfolio. You focus on really providing quality, high impactful fruit and vegetables, all natural. I want to talk about why that focus and why you think that's so important for people to really be able to have a little bit more intake in terms of fruits and vegetables. So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, man, we're going to talk some fruit and vegetables, the importance of consuming more. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Heartland Focus. My guest is Raheem Sanders. I see, Raheem, first of all, let's talk about why. What's so important about fruits and vegetables, and why should people care?
All right. So one of the most important things about fruit and vegetables is that it provides our body with the vitamins and the minerals and all the essential elements that it needs to operate in a functional manner. Before, and I appreciate your monologue on the COVID pandemic, but let's think about what was going on before COVID was really a problem worldwide. One of the biggest issues that we were dealing with healthcare-wise was with chronic diseases. And although COVID has made a very big impact on today's society, and it's been filling up the news with all the headlines, I want you to understand that chronic diseases haven't went anywhere. More specifically, a lot of people have not been getting the treatment that they need to treat their chronic disease because of the whole COVID pandemic. And I just want people to understand just how important that is, because a chronic disease are things such as your heart disease, your cancer, and diabetes. And it's one of the leading killers of people across the United States every year. And it's something that's really important, especially for communities of minority demographics, because a lot of times those communities are hit with chronic diseases the most. So fruit and vegetables are important to make sure that they're preventing themselves from contracting or getting a chronic disease. And if they do have a chronic disease, fruit and vegetables help decrease those risks that the chronic disease becomes something more serious.
No, with that being said, to our viewers, let's give them some, I want you to give them some tips. I mean, fruit and vegetables, there's a variation, there's a lot of fruits and vegetables out there. Mm-hmm. Talk to me a little bit about ones that you recommend that folks should really maybe pay a closer attention to in terms of because of their nutrients, benefits, or more potency. Let's start with fruit and then go to vegetables.
All right. So depending on, your access, different places you can, get access to different fruit and vegetables. But a lot of times you want to make sure that you're getting fruits that are high in vitamin C, because vitamin C is one of those items, those essential vitamins and minerals that's really protecting our immune system, is making sure that we have what we need to fight off different illnesses that may come our way, like colds and flus and things of that nature. And a lot of times you find vitamin C in a lot of citrus fruits, so your oranges and your pineapples, your kiwis and things of that nature. But I want to make sure that I'm really clear, because whether you're getting, a lot of vitamin C through your fruits, or you're consuming it through fruit juice, because there's sources where you can get your vitamin C. I think the most important thing is ensuring that you're consuming fruit and vegetables on a normal basis.
Now, normal, define normal. I know on workout, your brother, Dr. Dr. Richard Brown would say in REACH program, at least 3 times a week, up to 20 minutes until you sweat, right? So what are we talking about?
Because let's be honest, you can't expect, you just go in a grocery store and you purchase some fruit and you eat it one day, and you can't expect that to save your entire life. So it has to be a consistent thing.
Okay.
Data suggests that you at least consume fruit and vegetables 3 to 5 times out the week, so that your body has, a consistent access to those vitamins and minerals that derive from those fruit and vegetables. So in order to make sure that you're really preventing yourself from these types of illnesses, you want to make sure that you're eating your fruit and vegetables on a normal basis, at least 3 to 5 times a week, between or even with your meals.
No. Would you suggest I like that consistency, and because so eating a banana every 4 or 5 days for the reason of getting more calcium or potassium. You got that consistency. It's going to give you the greater good. But I like 3 to 5 times. Is there a portion size? 4 ounces, 2 ounces? What are you thinking?
Yeah, based on the data, they recommend that we at least get 3 portion size, at least, of fruit and vegetables with our meals. But see, Tim, the problem with that is that a lot of times we don't get fruit and vegetables. We don't eat them at all. So the 3 portion sizes are a minimum, but a lot of times normal Americans, we don't even consume that amount of fruit and vegetables. And like I mentioned earlier, if we want to add some statistics, here in the Omaha metro area, 24% of adults report eating the recommended amount of fruit and vegetables per day. So there's a large percentage of adults that don't even eat the minimum 3 portion sizes of fruit and vegetables. So I think the most important thing is making sure that it's included in your diet. And if it is, then ensuring that you're getting an adequate amount with the portion sizes in your meals per day.
Now, this is good stuff. I wanted this really as we look at moving into the winter months and folks taking on the flu and colds and all that on top of possibility of catching COVID-19. It's not so much that when you think about fruits and vegetables and really be able to maximize its impact, what I'm hearing you say is we got to be consistent.
Indeed.
You got to at least 3 to 5 times a week, portion size, and be consistent with that. And then one of the things, where can they find information about? I know you provide a organic, type of fruit vegetable kind of smoothie, for lack of a better word. Where can people come and learn more about the products and the things that you've been talking about?
All right. So like I mentioned in the beginning of our conversation, PPRP Innovations, we focus on innovation. And a lot of times we're working with people and organizations to conduct that innovation. But sometimes we want to keep some of that innovation to ourselves, and we use that to create new products of our own. So one of the products that we have, it's actually a new business that we opened a year ago. It's called Cleanse the Beverage. And Cleanse the Beverage is a whole fruit and vegetable beverage whose whole focus is to provide the on-the-go professional with all the fruit and vegetables they need on an everyday basis. So instead of going out and trying to search for fruit and vegetables so that you can include 3 or 4, maybe 5 servings of fruit and vegetables with your meal, we understand that it's really hard to do that, especially in urban environments. So what Cleanse the Beverage strives to do is for those on-the-go professionals, providing them with an opportunity that no matter what type of lifestyle they're on, no matter what type of environment that they're in, that they can consume one of our beverages and can be confident that they're not only getting the amount of servings of fruit and vegetables that they need, but it's something easy and quick and efficient that doesn't take too much time out their day. So that's one of the things that we provide with Cleanse the Beverage, a peace of mind that you're preventing chronic disease through regular fruit and vegetable consumption, and you're getting it in an efficient manner.
So like the ones you have in front of you, tell me a little bit about them. What do you have in them? I mean, you can't give me, I don't want to get your industry secrets, but give them a feel for what you mean by fruits and vegetables. Is it a combination of both, or what's going on?
So, yeah, that's a really good question. So on our website, you can access it, cleansethebeverage.com. And currently we have 3 flavors out. What I have in front of me are 2 flavors. So we have Cleanse the Beverage Passion. All of our beverages have spinach and tomatoes and carrots and all types of, really good vegetables fruit
So
for your body, but the flavors differ based on some of the fruit that we add to provide an additional taste. So Cleanse the Beverage Passion is full of, berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, all different types
elderberries,
of berries, really full feel.
Okay.
And I have here Cleanse the Beverage Sunshine that's filled with a lot of tropical fruits. So papayas and your pineapples, like we talked about earlier, and mangoes, and a lot of, tropical fruits that are jam-packed with vitamin C. And we have another flavor, Cleanse the Beverage Earth, that's jam-packed with strawberries.
Now, is all this natural? I mean, are you putting chemicals in there?
Oh, no chemicals. There's no additives, no chemicals.
So you ain't trying. Come on, man. I know we're on TV, man, but I don't want you. You don't have to reveal all your secrets. So you ain't putting no chemicals in there to increase the chef life.
Nah. We're not doing anything like that.
Okay, all right.
What we promote is authenticity, and just like our beverages, like we talked about earlier, there's a wide variety of ways that you can get, your intake of fruit and vegetables. And one of the most popular ones these days is fruit juices. People really like to, utilize fruit juices to get what they need. But the thing about juices is that in that process, it extracts a lot of those key critical elements of that fruit and vegetable. But the thing about ours is everything's authentic, man. No
right
additives,
on. That's cool.
No preservatives. No, it's the entire fruit and the entire beverage, so you can make sure that you're getting, the fiber and all the really good stuff. You might mess around and get some seeds too, but hey,
okay,
we want to make sure we include it all.
I love it. We're gonna have to leave it there. We're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, I want you to. I want to talk about a little bit. I want you to think about what's happening now with the country and really this mad rush to really pour resources into infrastructure, capacity building. So we're gonna pivot a little bit and talk a little bit about maybe giving some folks that are seeking these opportunities as far as grants and dollars. I want you to talk to them about maybe some things they should be paying attention to as they seek those opportunities. We're going to take a short break. Coming back, our guest is going to talk about really how to strengthen your proposals and programs that you're working on, grants and working with foundations from the both federal, state, and local level. What's some things you should be looking at? Stay with me and I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Heartland Focus. Man, Raheem, I wish I had more time. So I know we're going to be ramping back up. I was telling the folks that MP to Action, and I want you to go and like our page. We're going to be looking at October and the rest of the year as far as different things, and go and like our Facebook page so you can know what we're going to be talking about as far as upcoming topics and our subject matter experts that we'll bring to you to try to increase awareness, educate, so you can better be informed and make better decisions. Hey, with this whole thing, Raheem, just real quick, I have to have you come back. I don't have a lot of time, but there's a lot of money out there. There's a lot of not-for-profit organizations that will be looking at program money, capacity building money, educational systems in terms of just dollars coming their way to help shore up and to help really with all of the impact of COVID-19. It really caused us to stop and look at what do we need to do to better prepare ourselves, but more importantly, to take care of the body, the mind, and the spirit. And with your expertise, what advice would you give people out there that's looking at writing grants or running programs? You got 2 minutes.
All right. So usually when you're doing that type of thing, you're running this program to solve some type of problem. It's kind of just like when you're creating a product through a business, but you're creating this product that you're hoping to achieve some type of outcome for some type of people. And a lot of times, programs, they dedicate themselves, their missions are, usually driven towards solving that problem. But one of the things that we've seen a lot is that, people get so focused in implementing the program, but the key question is, how are they evaluating themselves so that they can know with validated data if they're effectively solving this problem or not? How do they know if, the types of things that they're doing are being implemented well, or if they're appropriately targeting the right people? And if they are targeting the right people, how do they know if it's doing some of the things that they anticipate for them to do? How, is it, too costly, or is it too inconvenient, or is there different ways that they can justify new or expanded or modified interventions to their program? That's one of the big problems that I see a lot of time in the community, is that they don't have the vehicle to evaluate the program and their outcome and its effectiveness, to understand really the mechanics on where they can make improvements or enhancements, to really understand the impact of their work.
Right on. Hey, I'm gonna have to leave it there, man. So they can reach you again real quick at pprpinnovations.com.
pprpinnovations.com. We do everything from product development, business development. We do corporate innovation.
I gotta go.
Evaluation. We do it all.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's all for this episode of Heartland Focus. Make today the beginning of your best year yet. Hug somebody, do your dance. Most of all, take the time to be good to yourself. It makes it so much easier to take care of other folks when you take care of you. Let's go. Let's go get it.